I got a question for you. Can you get a good smoker without breaking the bank? That is the answer we are looking for today as I went online and I bought the cheapest smoker money can buy. Damn, this thing is cheap! I was as surprised as I can be. And now the question is, can this thing smoke the perfect brisket? There is many people out there with no intention at all of buying a $1,000 smoker. That can be because of budget restriction or because it's not worth it for the amount of cooking they do. Depending on how you see it, we already know that we can cook the perfect brisket on a Weber. So why will you pay money for an offset smoker? And the answer is that an offset smoker will bring you advantages no other grill will. And that is why these little smokers are so popular. So let's check this one out. The difference between a grill like a Weber kettle and an offset smoker are many. The main and most obvious is the size. With all that real estate, you can cook several pieces of meat at once and still have space for more. The other main difference is that, compared to a Weber kettle, managing temperature in an offset smoker is easier. The fire is created and managed, as the name implies, offset from the cooking area, allowing only the heat and smoke to be transported to the chamber where the meat is. And if you're running out of fire, it is very easy to open that little door and add more charcoal and wood to it. If you don't believe me, ask anyone with a Kamado. That was a joke. As you can see, it comes in a box, so the first thing we should do is to unbox and assemble the grill. But first, let me take a selfie. And here you have it. It looks like it should, but let's talk about quality for a second. As you can imagine, $120 is not going to buy you the best quality in the market. The metal used to build this grill is really thin. Even though I tied the screws as much as possible without breaking the threads, it still feels a bit flimsy. The fire chamber is kind of small, so bigger pieces of wood won't fit in there. And it feels weird. This is something you don't want to move around too much. But the question is, can it cook? For that, we have this high quality brisket we got from my favorite store. I know I mentioned them a lot, but there is no other place in South Florida like Broward Meat and Fish. Here you can find them all, from spices to all kinds of quality meats to all kinds of fish and anything in between. And if you've never been in this store, you should definitely pay them a visit and let them know that the ninja sent you. There is everything right with this brisket. The price is fine, the marbling is nice, and the size is perfect for our test today. I'm sure if I cook this brisket in my pellet grill, it will be awesome. So that is a great point to start. I will trim and season this brisket as I always do. Because I'm not sure I can get the best flavor from this smoker, I will be using Neil Syrup rub that infuses a very nice and aromatic, delicate flavor to the meat. For cooking, we will be using charcoal, my favorite charcoal, the best charcoal ever, Fogo charcoal, combined with wood chunks. With this small fire chamber, there is no way I can use big pieces of wood. So luckily I have wood chunks I use in my grill all the time, and that is what we're gonna use to complement the smoky flavors. Now, because I have the fire right there, I'm gonna put the brisket all the way on this side, as far away from the fire as I can. And I'm gonna put it here, and the thickest part of the brisket is also gonna be pointing that way, just in case. So now let us set this beautiful brisket in the smoker and let it be. I will be checking the cook every hour or so, just to see how it goes. As you can see, we have a little bit of fire leaking into the smoking chamber. That is definitely something we don't want, but we will have to deal with it. I will keep an eye on the development of the cook and adjust as we go. The brisket is coming along really nice, but I'm getting worried about the heat in here. We are supposed to manage the heat using these little vents, but as you can see, the smoke is leaking all over the place, and that will make the heat to fluctuate a lot. This is for sure not a set and forget smoker. If you decide to get one of these, you should know that you will have to keep on checking at least every hour just to see what's going on. Well guys, I will tell you this, I'm a little concerned about the temperature there. It's fluctuating too much. We have a huge difference on temperature. I don't want to show it to you yet because I want to pull out one of my tricks on that grill and see what happens and see if that equalizes everything. If that does, then I will give you all the information. For now, I'm going to get a tray full of water. I'm going to add it to it. And of course, for that to happen in this grill, it's a little more complicated than other grills. I will have to put all these grates off with the brisket, and then I will be able to add the water down there. So let me put this thing here, just like that. I don't want to move it too much. And let's add the water tray on the bottom. Here we go, without making a mess. Now let's put these grates back there. All right. The whole idea with the water tray there is to allow us to control the temperature a little bit better. It's not going to allow those big changes in temperature, as the water will heat up and evaporate and fill the whole environment with moist. Okay, I think we are finally able to hold the temperature a little bit, but I have to open this door all the way. I had to open the chimney all the way. Right now we're keeping about 250, something like that. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can focus on that real quick. Almost, I say 275, and the internal temperature in the thermometer is exactly the same. But this thing is eating charcoal like crazy. We have a windy day here. It's not the best day ever, and this little door keeps opening and close all the time. So we've been about 1 hour into the cook, and that's what's going on. Let's check the brisket real quick. It's looking really good. We have some ashes there. You can see that too, flying around, and that's because of the fire and the wind pushing the fire this way. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the end of the world. But I don't know. We keep an eye on this thing and see what's up. Our brisket hit the 160 degrees, and it's time to wrap. The safest way to wrap a brisket will be using aluminum foil. So because of the leaking and fluctuation of temperature, my intention is to cook this brisket in the safest possible way. So with the aluminum foil, we go. Set it back in the grill. No more wood needed from now on, and let it go all the way until it reaches 206 degrees internal temperature. There we will be proving for tenderness and take a decision. Our brisket is tender to the probe, so it is time to take it out. And of course, the next step is to set it to rest in a cooler for about 1 hour. Meanwhile, we can check the grill and see if there is any side effects after the first cook. Alright, let's talk about all the wrong things that went with that. The main problem is the air intake. It doesn't take enough air from the vents, so you will have to open that little door all the way. That will increase the amount of charcoal you will have to use and wood. Whatever you use, plan double. We use, as I told you already, 2 bags of charcoal and a whole bag of wood, and that was hickory wood. But we were able to finish the cook. The whole cook took about 7 hours. Nevertheless, I put the tray of water in the grill just to keep the temperature steady as much as possible. It was never steady. You know, one section of the grill was about 20 to 30 degrees difference from the other section of the grill. And that's something that can be a real big problem. My solution was flipping the brisket every hour. I was flipping and flipping and flipping, and finally I was able to have a brisket that was cooked all the way through to more or less the same temperature. It was like 2 degrees from the point to the flat difference. It's not that bad. That can be a thermometer error. It's not a big deal at all, and it should be okay. Now we have a lot of other little things going on at the same time. You saw all that fire leaking into the chamber. You saw all those ashes falling on top of the brisket or any other meat that you will have there. And the whole thing gets really, really hot. You have to be aware if you have little kids or something like that, you have to be careful with this thing. Besides that, we lose a little bit of paint in the firebox, and everything it can be done. But at the same time, I don't know if this is something you should get to start smoking. This is something that, like me, I have a lot of practice. It's something that, mostly whatever you give me, I'm gonna make something good out of that or try to make something good out of that. With this thing, for somebody starting smoking or somebody that would just want to try it once and give it a try and see what happens, that's not a good recommendation. Anyway, in about 1 hour, we're gonna be checking this baby up and we're gonna cut it and we're gonna see exactly what happened in this cook. Right now is all I can tell you is what happened with the grill. What happened with the brisket, we're gonna see it in about 1 hour. So let's wait for it. What do you guys think about this beauty?
Oh my God, it's just too good to be true. I love you, baby. This is
I will tell you this. It was a hassle to cook it, but it has a beautiful smoke
Yes,
ring.
it does.
Let's make the finger test real quick because this is still really hot.
Oh, the finger.
The finger test.
Ninja, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Because I saw what happened there.
Oh, you saw a lot of things there.
Did you guys see that? I thought it was Halloween. There was a broom holding out the head.
There was a lot of crazy stuff happening in there.
But, I mean, look at the result.
Okay, this is the deal, guys. Let me just pack it up for you. That grill is a piece of crap. It's not the greatest thing ever.
No.
This is not something that I would recommend for somebody that is starting smoking. This is not something that I would recommend for somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience smoking. But let's say you are in one of those crazy places and all of a sudden you only have a Walmart near you and you can buy one of these things and you know exactly how to smoke a brisket already. You can go and do it and you will have a great result exactly as we had here.
Yes.
But this is not recommendable for a lot of people. It's really flimsy. It has a lot of problems.
Yeah.
You saw that paint is coming off already.
You need a broom.
This is something for a cook or two and forget about it. That's all it is. But right now we have to try.
Let's give it a
this
try.
brisket.
I can't wait.
Let's
Look
go
at
with the
the
flats.
ring.
All right,
My
Miss
mouth is
Ninja.
watering.
Let's go and give it a try.
Cheers.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm done. You are my ninja.
Guys, this thing is delicious. But I won't recommend you to buy that grill, man. Don't do it.
Ninja
Be careful.
approved. It is. It is. I love it.
It is Ninja approved for
Oh
sure.
my God, this is good.
But because it's really good.
It came out good.
But look, first, 2 bags of charcoal, just in this cook.
But
Second, 1 whole bag of wood chunks, just in this cook. All right? Third, we have to use a broom to get that little door open.
that part
Fourth.
was like the one that I'm like, what? What?
Yeah. 4, we have fire leaking into the chamber. 5th, the temperature in one side of the brisket was one thing, on the other side of the brisket was something completely
Really?
different. I'm talking about 30 degrees different. I mean, there is so many things wrong with that,
But look at
that's for you to know. Even if you have something that doesn't work perfectly and you have a little bit of experience how to do these things, I'm not a master. I don't consider myself a master.
I do.
I just
Yeah, but I'm not considering myself
I
like
know.
that.
I know.
I can pull it out. All right, and it's great. It's amazing. It's really good.
It is really
I'm
good.
really, really happy with this brisket. I'm not gonna say it's the best ever, but it's really close there in the top 5.
So did we make you hungry?
Did we make you hungry? If we made you hungry, you have to hit us with the like.
Lots and lots of
Subscribe to the
likes.
channel, share with your friends
Yes,
and
do
family,
so.
and don't forget to share these videos on your social network because that
Yes.
helps us a lot.
Thank you.
Let me know down there in the comments, what do you think about the grill? What do you think about the brisket? What do you think about everything? I don't know if you even would do it. Let me know down there if you would pay $120 for 2 cooks on that thing. I think I'm not sure I'm gonna keep that thing, guys. To tell you the truth, I'm not.
Yeah, they receipt?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I have
Oh,
receipt.
good. So going back.
That's all for today, guys. But remember that I love you.
Mwah. Love you too. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.